Sit back and enjoy an hour of fascinating facts you didn't know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started.
In 2018, an Asian family adopted a dog, believing it was a Tibetan Mastiff, a breed that is very large and furry. For 2 years, they fed it fruits and noodles, but they did not understand why it kept growing. They decided to take it to the veterinarian. It was then that they discovered the dog was actually an Asian black bear. This lake turns animals into salt statues. Located in Tanzania, Lake Natron is a highly alkaline and hot salt lake. Animals become confused, believing the lake's surface is solid ground. When they fall in, the lake's chemicals end up petrifying them until they die. The only organisms capable of surviving are alkalapia fish, some algae, and a colony of flamingos that feed on them. Because of its characteristics, this lake is considered one of the deadliest in the world. Did you know that panda caretakers earn close to $33,000 a year? The job consists of feeding them, cleaning their waste, and making sure they lack nothing. Pandas can spend up to 12 hours a day eating, so the work of feeding them and cleaning their droppings is not simple. The good thing is that they are fairly calm and playful animals. The job can be extremely demanding. Some caretakers spend the 365 days of the year at these centers without having a single day off. In Vancouver, an urban campaign was carried out to highlight the presence of pedestrians at crossings without traffic lights. The initiative, promoted by Vision Zero, involved placing foam bricks with a realistic appearance in baskets along the roadway. Pedestrians held them while crossing as a symbolic gesture to capture drivers' attention. The goal was to promote road safety without resorting to confrontation. Deborah Goddard is one of the luckiest people in the world. In 1986, she bought a ring for $12 at a thrift store. In 2019, she discovered that the ring contained a 26-carat diamond with a value close to $1 million. For 33 years, she had kept the ring stored away, believing it was costume jewelry. Casu marzu is a traditional cheese from Sardinia, Italy, whose name means rotten cheese in the Sardinian dialect. It is made from pecorino cheese and left partially open so cheese flies can lay their eggs. When the larvae hatch, they feed on the cheese, accelerating fermentation. This process makes it softer and gives it an intense flavor. The cheese is consumed with or without live larvae, depending on preference. It is banned in the European Union for sanitary reasons, although it continues to be produced artisanally. It is considered a gourmet product by those who appreciate it. The Thatcher effect is a visual illusion discovered in 1980 by psychologist Peter Thompson. It involves inverting the eyes and mouth of a face and then rotating the entire image 180 degrees. When viewed upside down, the face appears normal, but when placed in its upright position, the distortions become obvious. The Yashima Ohashi Bridge is located in Japan and connects the cities of Matsue and Sakaiminato, crossing Lake Nakaumi. It has a height of approximately 147 feet and a length of around 1 mile. It is the longest rigid-frame bridge in Japan and the third largest in the world. Images taken with telephoto lenses make it appear steeper than it actually is. In reality, its slope is moderate and allows safe vehicle passage. Its elevated design allows ships to pass underneath without the need for movable mechanisms. The pendulum wave is a visual experiment that uses a series of pendulums with progressively different lengths. In some cases, 15 billiard balls are used as masses, suspended from strings of varying sizes. When released at the same time, their movements generate collective patterns that change over time. These drawings appear choreographed and symmetrical, even though they arise from natural physics. The phenomenon demonstrates how small variations produce complex and beautiful effects. The Voynich manuscript is an illustrated book written in an unknown alphabet by an anonymous author. With about 240 pages made of parchment, it contains strange drawings related to botany, astronomy, and medicine. It is estimated to have been created between 1404 and 1438, possibly in northern Italy, and to this day, no one has managed to decipher its content. The text shows complex linguistic patterns that suggest a certain internal structure, although some researchers believe it could be an elaborate hoax composed of meaningless symbols. This phenomenon occurs when frost covers the ground on a cold morning, and the shadows of objects such as trees or fences preserve the ice layer for a longer time. As the sun advances, illuminated areas warm up, and the frost begins to melt. Shaded areas retain their white color, creating a visible contrast. Although it has no formal scientific name, it is popularly known as frosted shadows. This effect is due to the temperature difference between sunny and shaded areas. A Ukrainian engineer created a bicycle with athletic shoes instead of tires. Rather than traditional wheels, he used a circular structure covered with sneakers that rotate when pedaling. The soles make contact with the ground and allow the bicycle to move forward. Although it works, it is not designed for practical or commercial use. This art consists of creating figures using a single mandarin peel, without cutting it or adding parts. The technique is known as mikanmuki and requires precision and patience. The Japanese artist Yasuhiro Okada is recognized for developing the style. His works depict animals and complex shapes made from the entire peel. The mandarin is ideal due to its flexibility and resistance. In Florida, it is common to observe large concentrations of sand dollars. These echinoderms live on sandy or muddy seabeds, where they partially bury themselves. They use cilia, structures similar to tiny hairs, to move and feed. The cilia direct particles toward their mouth, located on the underside. They are close relatives of sea urchins and starfish. Their presence indicate healthy and well-preserved marine ecosystems. Ambam is a silverback gorilla that lives at the Port Limp New Zoo in Kent, England. He became known for frequently walking upright, something uncommon but possible in gorillas. This posture allows him to look over the enclosure walls. It may also help him carry food without using the ground. Although he is not unique, Ambam does it with notable regularity. Recorded in West Virginia, United States, this is the Mothman, represented in a statue located in Point Pleasant. The sculpture was created by Bob Roach and inaugurated in 2003. The Mothman is a legendary creature, described as a humanoid with wings and red eyes, first sighted in 1966. It is linked to cryptozoology and paranormal phenomena. It is also known as the Mothman. Poplars of the genus Populus are common trees in Europe and are similar to aspens. In spring, they release seeds wrapped in white fluff that can cover parks and streets. This fluff is highly flammable and burns rapidly. Although the combustion is usually superficial, it can pose risks if dry vegetation is nearby. It is not recommended to ignite it, as it can cause fires. Some species of boas, such as the emerald tree boa or the Pacific tree boa, are capable of climbing trees in tropical habitats. Climbing a palm tree is possible if the structure allows it, although not all boas do so. This behavior may be related to seeking shelter, hunting, or thermoregulation. Although reptiles often bask in the sun to regulate their temperature, in arboreal snakes this is not always the main reason. The urge to climb may also respond to nocturnal or territorial activity patterns. The flying fox is a species of fruit bat characterized by its large size and fox-like face. It feeds mainly on fruit and plays an important role in seed dispersal. The largest specimens are found in the Philippines, where the giant golden-crowned flying fox lives, with a wingspan of up to approximately 5 feet and 7 inches. This species is endangered due to habitat loss and hunting. In several cities in China, such as Hangzhou, Xi'an, and Beijing, bicycle graveyards have formed due to the boom in shared bike rental services. These systems allow users to rent bicycles through mobile applications and leave them anywhere, which has led to disordered accumulations in streets, parks, and public spaces. Due to the lack of regulation, thousands of bicycles were abandoned, and authorities began collecting them, creating enormous piles of unused units. With this photograph, you can get an idea of the real size of a bison. It is the largest native animal in North America. When standing, a male can reach 6 feet and 7 inches at the hump and weigh more than 1 short ton. Despite their great bulk, they can jump and move like deer and wild horses. They are very strong and aggressive animals. The recommendation is that if you ever see one nearby, you slowly move away. In Olympia, Washington, 2 male sea lions were recorded climbing onto a small boat. These animals can measure up to 7.9 feet and weigh more than 660 pounds each. Some exceptional specimens reach 880. The combined weight exceeds 1,320 pounds. Rjukan is a town located in southern Norway within a deep valley surrounded by mountains. Due to this geography, it does not receive direct sunlight for approximately 6 months of the year. To solve this lack of light, in 2013, 3 large mirrors were installed on the top of a nearby mountain. These mirrors are computer-controlled and follow the movement of the sun. They reflect light toward the town's central square, illuminating an area of approximately 6,458 square feet. The project was driven by the local community to improve quality of life during winter. In the Arctic Ocean, it is common to observe thousands of ice fragments floating on the sea. This phenomenon may correspond to what is known as brash ice. It consists of pieces of sea ice broken by wind, waves, or the movement of other ice blocks. The fragments cluster together and drift with surface currents. Brash ice usually appears near coastal areas or in regions where ice frequently breaks apart. The nictitating membrane, also known as the third eyelid, is a structure present in reptiles, birds, and some mammals. Its function is to protect the eye and keep it moist without blocking vision. In birds, such as the peregrine falcon, this membrane allows them to see while flying at very high speeds. It is especially useful during dives, when they reach speeds close to 186 miles per hour. Thanks to this adaptation, they can hunt without closing their eyes. The ocean sunfish, known as mola mola, is one of the largest bony fish in the world. It can measure more than approximately 9 feet and 10 inches in length and exceed 4,400 pounds in weight, making it heavier than an adult hippopotamus. It feeds mainly on jellyfish and gelatinous zooplankton, although it also consumes small fish and crustaceans. Despite its size, it has a small mouth and needs to eat large quantities to sustain itself. It inhabits temperate and tropical waters of all oceans and is often seen swimming near the surface to warm itself in the sun. Its flat, rounded appearance makes it unmistakable. In Guadalajara, Mexico, heavy hailstorms accompanied by intense rainfall have been recorded, causing flooding. Although the landscape appears to be covered in snow, it is actually hail floating on accumulated water. This phenomenon has occurred on several occasions, such as in June of 2019, leaving ice layers of up to approximately 1 foot and 7 inches. Square watermelons exist and are not genetically modified. They are grown inside rigid molds that shape them as they grow. This method originated in Japan as a practical solution to make storage easier. The mold is placed when the fruit is still young and remains for several weeks. In addition to the square shape, heart-shaped or pyramid-shaped watermelons are also produced. These variants have become popular for their decorative and commercial value. Videos are circulating online showing machines in China that apply rhythmic tapping with spoons on the back. It is claimed that these practices help align the spine and break down accumulated lactic acid. The leaf-curling spider belongs to the genus Poltes and inhabits regions of Southeast Asia, such as Vietnam, Thailand, and Malaysia. During the day, it remains motionless, camouflaged as a dry leaf or broken branch to avoid predators. Its body has irregular shapes that enhance its plant-like mimicry. It is active at night when it builds its web and hunts insects. Bunker buster weapons are projectiles designed to penetrate reinforced fortifications or structures buried deep underground. Their primary objective is to destroy underground bunkers, tunnels, or installations protected by concrete. The United States developed modern versions of this type of weapon for Operation Desert Storm in 1991. During that campaign, penetration bombs such as the BLU-109 were used. These weapons are designed to withstand the initial impact and explode inside the target. This is Son Dong Cave, located in Phong Nha Ke Bang National Park in Quang Binh, Vietnam. It was discovered by a local resident in 1991, but its location was lost for years. In 2009, British cavers managed to rediscover it. It measures more than 4 miles in length and reaches up to approximately 656 feet in height. It is considered the largest cave in the world by volume. Its access is surrounded by dense jungle and large sinkholes that allow light to enter. The loudest animal in the world is the sperm whale. Its clicks exceed 230 decibels, much louder than the engine of a supersonic jet during takeoff, which reaches 180 decibels. Marine biologists claim that if a human were close enough when a sperm whale begins clicking, they could die instantly. A rumen fistula is a technique used in scientific research to study digestion in cows. It involves performing surgery to install a cannula in the rumen, one of the animal's 4 stomachs. Through this access, researchers can directly observe the digestive process. This practice is carried out under controlled conditions and for educational or nutritional purposes. Although it may seem invasive, it does not cause constant pain to the animal if handled properly. The Goliath tigerfish is a freshwater predator native to the Congo River Basin, especially in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It can reach up to approximately 5 feet and 11 inches in length and weigh close to 110 pounds. Its body is robust and equipped with long, sharp teeth resembling blades. It is known for its strength and speed when hunting smaller fish. It is considered one of the feared fish in Africa. This is the archerfish of the genus Toxotes, spitting jets of water outside an aquarium. It is known for its ability to knock insects down from nearby branches using precise shots of water. It inhabits regions of India, the Philippines, Australia, and parts of Oceania. Some species live in freshwater and others in brackish environments. Its protrusible mouth allows it to form a channel to expel water with force. A group of mice was sent to the International Space Station to study their behavior in microgravity. Scientists observed that they adapted quickly. They ate, slept, and moved naturally. After a few days, they began running in circles along the walls of the habitat, taking advantage of weightlessness. This behavior did not appear in the mice from the control group on Earth. It is believed that it could be a form of stimulation or exploration. The Vegetable Orchestra is an artistic proposal that uses instruments made from fresh vegetables. The best-known group in this field is the Vegetable Orchestra, founded in Austria in 1998. They have created flutes from carrots, drums from pumpkins, and clarinets from cucumbers. Some designs include bell peppers as decorative elements. The instruments are built just before each performance to ensure freshness. Barnacles are crustaceans that attach themselves to hard surfaces in marine environments. It is common to see them embedded in the shells of turtles, as well as on lobsters, crabs, and marine mammals such as whales, dolphins, and manatees. In turtles, the genus Chelonebia is the most frequent. Although they do not usually cause direct harm, excessive infestation can affect mobility. Their presence indicates that the animal has spent time in coastal waters. Barnacles attach themselves using a strong cementing structure. The Knightscope K5 is a security robot developed by the United States company Knightscope and has been used in places such as California. This device has no legal authority and cannot make arrests. It is designed to patrol autonomously and detect suspicious activity. It uses cameras, motion sensors, and license plate recognition to collect information. Its main function is to support human security teams. It operates remotely and can work throughout the day.
Honey ants belong to the genus Myrmecisuchus and live in arid regions such as the deserts of North America. Some workers become repletes with abdomens that expand to store nectar. These ants function as living storage units within the nest. When others need food, they stimulate the repletes to regurgitate it. Although they do not store honey in the strict sense, the nectar serves a similar function. This adaptation allows them to survive in environments with scarce resources.
This elephant is about to receive a new prosthesis for its front leg. It stepped on a mine by accident while walking through a forest in Thailand. This is just one of several elephants that have been injured by landmines in the border region between Myanmar and Thailand. There is a foundation that treats these cases. They produce prostheses for elephants and care for them to give them a life as normal as possible. This is an amblypygid, an arachnid known as a whip spider, although it does not belong to the group of true spiders. It has two very long front legs that it uses as tactile sensors to explore and locate prey. It has no venom and poses no danger to humans. Its diet includes insects such as cockroaches, crickets, and termites. It mainly inhabits tropical regions of the Americas, Africa, and Asia. Salps are marine animals that form long chains to swim and feed. These floating structures move by contraction while filtering phytoplankton from the water. They are sequential hermaphrodites. They first function as females and later become males as they mature. This reproductive cycle allows them to adapt to environmental changes. Their gelatinous and transparent bodies make them appear simple, but they play an important ecological role. The most fraudulent election in history was recorded in 1927 in the country of Liberia, located in West Africa. The winner of that election was Charles King with 234,000 votes in favor. Curiously, there were only 15,000 registered voters in that election. The Fire Force 3 is a jet car that competes at Santa Pod Raceway in Bedfordshire, England. It is powered by a Pratt & Whitney jet engine originally used in helicopters. This type of vehicle does not use rockets but jet engines that generate thrust through expelled gases. It can reach more than 330 miles per hour. It completes the quarter mile in less than 5.8 seconds. Its speed and power make it one of the most extreme cars on the circuit. The F-16 Fighting Falcon is a United States multi-role fighter jet with high maneuverability and a strong thrust-to-weight ratio. It can perform steep angle takeoffs and rapid climbs. It is used by several air forces in combat and training missions. In case you did not know, the movie Forrest Gump is based on a novel with the same name, but the novel includes elements that did not appear in the film. In the book, Forrest goes into outer space on a NASA mission along with an orangutan named Sue. Later, during his return to Earth, his spacecraft crashes on an island where a tribe wants to eat him, but Forrest survives by winning several chess matches against the tribe's leader. This part of the story was omitted from the movie because the director thought it was too crazy to include. Pigeons perform flips and acrobatic flights as part of their courtship ritual. These movements are usually carried out by males to impress females. In addition to flights, they also display ground behaviors, such as puffing up neck feathers and walking in circles. They emit characteristic sounds that reinforce their presence. All of this display seeks to demonstrate strength, health, and attractiveness. Females observe and choose the most striking male. Hurricane Matthew, active in 2016, severely affected Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Cuba, the Bahamas, and the southeastern United States. In impacted areas, the winds uprooted trees, especially those not adapted to the local environment. Native trees tend to better withstand extreme conditions such as hurricanes. This is due to their deep roots, flexible structures, and adaptation to the climate. The Guolian Tunnel is located in the Taihang Mountains in Henan Province, China. It was built by hand by 13 villagers from the town of Guoliang between 1972 and 1977. It measures approximately 0.75 miles in length, 16.4 feet in height, and 13.1 feet in width. Its original purpose was to connect the village with the rest of the country. Today, it is a tourist attraction due to its history and rugged design. The route offers spectacular views carved directly into the rock. The Siwa Oasis is located in the western desert of Egypt, near the border with Libya. It is one of the most isolated regions of the country and has several lakes with high salinity. The density of the water allows people to float easily on the surface. These lakes have no outlet to the sea, so salinity increases over time. Siwa is also one of the oldest settlements in Egypt. The command module of Apollo 11, called Columbia, was built in the 1960s with analog controls and limited space. Its interior was functional, designed to accommodate 3 astronauts during the lunar mission. In contrast, the Dragon capsule from SpaceX features a modern design with touchscreens and ergonomic seats. This capsule has been used in crewed missions since 2020. Although very different in technology, they share the purpose of transporting humans into space. Antelope Canyon is located in northern Arizona, United States, near the city of Page. It is a slot canyon formed by the erosion of sandstone over thousands of years by flowing water. Its walls can reach up to approximately 131 feet in height. Although the environment appears arid, the canyon is prone to flash floods during the summer. These can fill the canyon completely within minutes. Because of its beauty and risk, access is only allowed through guided tours. It is one of the most photographed geological landscapes in the country. The sailfish is common in warm waters of the eastern Pacific, from the United States to Chile. Sport fishing for it is legal in several countries, although with specific regulations. In Costa Rica, for example, it must be released if caught alive. Recording it biting bait is difficult due to its speed and strength. Some cameras are tied to the fishing line to capture the moment, although they do not always point toward the surface. This technique has made it possible to obtain unique images at sea. The sailfish is one of the fastest and most spectacular species in sport fishing. The ostrich is the fastest bird running on land, capable of maintaining speeds close to 43.5 miles per hour and reaching peaks of almost 50. It inhabits open regions of Kenya and Tanzania. During a solar eclipse, the moon's shadow is projected onto Earth, forming what is known as the umbra. This is the darkest part of the shadow, where the total eclipse occurs. Surrounding it is the penumbra, an area of partial shadow. The Japanese satellite Himawari has captured real images of this phenomenon from space. In Tromsø, Norway, there is a bicycle lift called Trampe, originally installed in 1993. It is free to use and has become a popular tourist attraction. To use it, the cyclist places the right foot on the platform and presses the start button. The system gently pushes the user uphill. Many beginners are unaware that they must keep the right leg straight and the body leaning forward. This posture is key to maintaining balance. Ice crystals form when water molecules cluster around nuclei such as dust or bacteria. Without these nuclei, water can remain liquid below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, a phenomenon known as supercooling. Under pure conditions, it can freeze spontaneously near -35 degrees Fahrenheit. This insect is a golden tortoise beetle of the genus Charodotella, common in the Americas. Its color changes from metallic gold to red or brown when it is disturbed. This change is related to the reflective structure of its cuticle. It is believed that the hydration and dehydration of internal layers influence the effect. Seagulls have a remarkable ability to detect human signals related to food. Studies have shown that they observe people and prefer objects they associate with food. When a seagull identifies someone with food, others often follow by imitation. This group behavior is known as social foraging.
The Humrider was a promotional vehicle created by Verizon for an advertising campaign. It was a modified Jeep Grand Cherokee, equipped with a hydraulic system that allowed it to rise above other cars in traffic. Although it appeared functional, it was not designed for real road use. Its purpose was to draw attention to a USB device for automobiles. This dongle offered roadside assistance and vehicle tracking.
The Janko piano was invented in 1882 by Paul von Janko, a Hungarian engineer. Its keyboard features a staggered and repetitive layout that facilitates technical execution. Fingerings remain consistent across all keys, which simplifies learning. The keys are smaller and arranged in multiple rows. This allows for reaching larger intervals with less effort. 7 Simu-Clock is an advanced puzzle that simulates clocks on both faces of the cube, with 9 dials per side. Each face has 4 buttons that control specific combinations of clocks. Pressing a button moves 4 dials, and combining buttons changes the interactions. The goal is to align all the hands toward a red mark in the shortest possible time. This design is derived from the Rubik's clock and is used in specialized competitions. Acatenango volcano, located in Guatemala, is extinct and does not have its own eruptive activity. However, it is physically connected to Fuego volcano, which is active and produces frequent explosions visible from Acatenango summit. In volcanic zones, it is possible to observe dust devils caused by thermal currents.
Women of the Yao tribe consider their hair to be very sacred. They keep it wrapped on top of their heads at all times. Once a year, they gather at the river to perform a special ritual in which they wash it with fermented rice water. Throughout their lives, they cut it only once when they are about to get married, as a way to represent the life change they will soon experience. Cutting it more than once is considered bad luck and bad fertility.
Recorded in Florida, United States, this is the Guitar Hotel. Its structure simulates an electric guitar with 36 floors, designed by Clyde Juba Wald Architecture. It is one of the most striking architectural icons in the state. Room rates range between approximately $280 and more than $700 per night.
The self-supporting bridge was designed by the Italian scientist Leonardo da Vinci as a practical and portable solution. Its structure consists of interwoven poles that hold together by their own weight without the need for nails, ropes, or glue. This design allows it to be assembled and dismantled quickly, which made it useful in military contexts. The bridge distributes load efficiently thanks to friction between the pieces. In the 1990s, there was a massive power outage across California. Almost instantly, 911 lines began receiving calls from desperate people claiming they were seeing strange lights in the sky. What those people were seeing were not flying ships or any other natural phenomenon. They were simply the stars. It turns out that city residents had never seen a clear night sky, and when the blackout happened, they saw it for the first time.
In northern Italy, during the 14th century, knights wore armor composed of chainmail and metal plates. The feet were protected with sabatons, articulated steel shoes. The legs were covered with greaves and tassets to protect the thighs and hips. The torso was first covered with mail and then with a plate cuirass, accompanied by arm defenses. Over everything, a surcoat was worn, along with a belt, scabbard, and sword. The typical helmet was a pointed and enclosed bassinet, accompanied by gauntlets. The complete set weighed between 44 and 55 pounds.
Recorded in Jaipur, India, this video shows a man feeding street monkeys. The city is home to populations of rhesus macaques that often inhabit urban areas. It is common to see them near temples, markets, and monuments. Some residents and visitors offer them food as part of everyday or religious practices.
Nuuk is the capital of Greenland, an autonomous territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. Its population is around 18,000 inhabitants. The average annual temperature is below approximately 29 degrees Fahrenheit. August is the warmest month, with highs that barely exceed 45 degrees. In December, days have between 4 and 5 hours of sunlight. The rest of the time corresponds to night and civil twilight. The climate is polar, with long winters and short but cool summers. The Le Petit Chef project uses dynamic projection mapping to create an immersive dining experience. It was developed by the Belgian studio Skull Mapping and is presented in restaurants in several countries. Using high-resolution projectors, a small chef is animated cooking on the table in front of diners. The three-dimensional images are synchronized with the actual serving of the dishes. Bigfoot number 5 is a monster truck built in the United States in 1986 by the company Bigfoot. It is the tallest of its kind, with tires approximately 9.8 feet in diameter, originally used on military vehicles. Its total height exceeds 15.4 feet. Due to its size and weight, it is not used to crush cars in exhibitions. Its high center of gravity makes it unstable for aggressive maneuvers. At Lake Berryessa, located in California, United States, there is a hydraulic structure known as a spillway or glory hole. This massive hole was built to control the water level at Monticello Dam and prevent flooding. When the lake reaches its maximum capacity, water flows through the spillway as if disappearing into a whirlpool. When the water level drops, the hole remains visible and dry. In some lakes in the United States, certain freshwater turtles hibernate beneath the ice during winter. During this period, their metabolism drops dramatically, reducing their need for oxygen. Since they cannot surface to breathe air, they use cloacal respiration. This process allows them to absorb oxygen from the water through internal structures in the cloaca called bursae. Although less efficient than lung breathing, it is sufficient for survival. Mercedes-Benz carried out an advertising campaign to promote its hydrogen-powered F-Cell vehicle. The car was covered with LED panels that projected images of the surrounding environment, creating the illusion of invisibility. The system works by combining hydrogen with oxygen from the air to generate electricity through a fuel cell. This energy powers an electric motor without emitting direct pollutants. If all the ice on the planet were to melt, sea levels would rise between approximately 197 and 230 feet, causing the flooding of many coastal cities. Places such as New York, London, Buenos Aires, Tokyo, and Lima would be submerged. The Netherlands and regions such as Florida and Bangladesh would almost completely disappear. In the Gobi Desert, located in Mongolia, there is the legend of the death worm, a mythical creature feared by local inhabitants. It is said to measure about 3 feet and 3 inches, be red in color, and live beneath the sand. According to stories, it can spit acid and produce electric shocks. No expedition has managed to confirm its existence. Researchers consider it a cryptid, meaning a creature not verified by science. Despite this, many locals believe it is real. The Nimbus Mountain Via Ferrata is located in British Columbia, Canada, and is considered the largest and most remote in the country. It can only be accessed by helicopter as part of an extreme hiking experience known as heli-hiking. It was built in 2007 by Canadian guides and has a length of approximately 1.5 miles. It includes a suspension bridge connecting 2 rocky spires at great height, with the ground about 984 feet below. This smart toilet has been developed by a group of researchers at Stanford University. Unlike a normal toilet, this one could save your life. It analyzes your urine and feces periodically to determine whether you have any type of disease, infection, or cancer. It is expected that in the near future, this technology will be available to everyone, allowing diseases of all kinds to be discovered and diagnosed before they become serious. Mammatus clouds are uncommon formations that appear at the base of clouds, such as cumulonimbus or altocumulus. Their bulging appearance is caused by descending cold air in areas of atmospheric instability. They are not an independent cloud type, but rather a form associated with severe storms. They are usually observed in warm and humid climates. Their color varies depending on the light. They can appear grayish, golden, or reddish at sunset. The Sand Sculpture Festival is held every year in Port Aransas, Texas. It is one of the largest events of its kind in the United States and attracts thousands of visitors. Professional and amateur sculptors from all over the world participate. The competitions are divided into categories such as duos, semi-professional, and masters. Over 3 days, artists create impressive works using only sand and water. Lithophones are musical instruments made of stone that have been used since ancient times in various cultures. They are composed of flat stones of different sizes, thicknesses, and densities. When struck, they produce different musical notes depending on their physical characteristics. They were used in China during the Shang Dynasty and also in pre-Hispanic America. In Australia, competitive woodcutting events known as wood chopping are held. One of the most striking events is the springboard chop, where competitors cut notches into a vertical log to insert boards and climb. From the top, they must cut the upper section of the log in the shortest possible time. These events require strength, precision, and technique. In front of the Virginia Science Museum, there is a fountain with a massive granite sphere that floats on a thin layer of water. This type of installation is known as a Kugelball or floating sphere fountain. Thanks to hydraulic pressure, the sphere, which can weigh up to 50,000 pounds, rotates easily. Even a child can move it by hand. The axis of rotation changes depending on the direction of the push. Zip stitch is a medical device designed to close wounds without the need for stitches. It consists of an adhesive strip with micro-adjustments that is placed over the skin. It is easy to use and does not require medical experience, making it ideal for minor emergencies. It works by applying controlled tension to bring the edges of the wound together. According to the company, it is up to 8 times stronger than traditional sutures. It can also reduce scarring if applied correctly. This is the Goliath tigerfish, one of the most dangerous fish in Africa and in the world. It has 32 sharp teeth with which it devours almost everything in its path. Males of this species can reach approximately 5 feet and 11 inches in length, nearly the height of an adult man. They are very rare to encounter. It is said they are voracious enough to eat prey their own size, people, and even crocodiles. With this photograph, you can get an idea of how gigantic the Great Pyramid is. 2,300,000 stone blocks were required for its construction. For more than 3,500 years, it was the largest building in the world. Never before in history had anything like it been seen. Thousands of workers participated in its construction, working tirelessly for more than 20 years. The pufferfish feeds mainly on snails, worms, and other marine invertebrates. It has a hard beak that allows it to break the shells of clams, mussels, and even sea urchins. When consuming urchins, it may end up with spines lodged in its throat, although this is not common. Black and red sea urchins are edible in several coastal regions. They are eaten raw, usually with lemon, and only the orange gonads are consumed. Knives and pliers are used to open them because of their sharp spines. The sea organ of Zadar in Croatia is a unique musical instrument designed by architect Nikola Basic. It is composed of 35 pipes hidden beneath marble steps along the coast. Waves from the Adriatic Sea push air through the pipes, generating harmonic sounds. The music varies depending on the strength and direction of the waves. It operates continuously without human intervention. It was inaugurated in 2005 as part of an urban project. Today, it is an internationally recognized tourist attraction. This is how the famous Temple of Kukulkan looked when Desiree Charnay found it in 1860. It had remained hidden among dense vegetation for more than 600 years, from the 13th century to the 19th century. Reconstruction work revealed this temple, which today is recognized as one of the 7 wonders of the modern world and the most important archaeological site on the Yucatan Peninsula. This experiment consists of filling a glass with water and covering it with a sheet of paper. It is then carefully turned upside down. The paper stays in place thanks to atmospheric pressure, which is greater than the weight of the water. This difference in forces prevents the liquid from spilling. What occurs is a physical balance between air pressure and the force of gravity. In 2017, astronaut Thomas Pesquet recorded a spacewalk from the International Space Station using a high-definition camera. The station orbits Earth every 90 minutes at more than 16,770 miles per hour. This speed makes it possible to observe entire continents in just a few minutes. In the video, Earth's curvature and regions such as Africa are clearly visible. The spacewalk was part of exterior maintenance tasks on the station. The Montreal Biosphere is located on St. Helens Island in Quebec, Canada, and functions as a museum dedicated to the environment and sustainability. It was designed by the United States architect Richard Buckminster Fuller. The structure is a geodesic dome that suffered a fire in 1976. Although its metal framework was preserved, in 1995 it was transformed into a museum with interactive exhibits on ecology. In professional baseball, pitchers can reach speeds of up to approximately 99 miles per hour, especially with the four-seam fastball. To achieve effects such as curveballs, sliders, or sinkers, grip on the ball, finger placement, wrist rotation, and arm motion are essential. Each variation produces different trajectories and specific speeds. These effects can deceive the batter and change the course of the game. Therefore, a pitcher's repertoire is key to performance. Some species of millipedes, such as Harpaphe haediana, secrete toxic compounds like cyanide to defend themselves from predators. This species inhabits humid forests of western North America, from Alaska to California. Its bright coloration serves as a warning of its toxicity.
The cyanide it produces is in the form of hydrogen cyanide released through lateral glands. Its chemical defense is effective against insects and small vertebrates. Sport stacking is a sport that consists of stacking and unstacking plastic cups in specific sequences as quickly as possible. The cups are designed to slide without friction and avoid jamming. The activity improves coordination, reflexes, and concentration. The World Sport Stacking Association regulates competitions and records. The United States, Germany, South Korea, and Taiwan stand out as leaders in this sport. The Swedish designer Andreas Wannerstedt is known for his three-dimensional animated sculptures. These works display hypnotic and perfectly synchronized movements that are visually satisfying. Although they appear to function as real mechanisms, they would only be possible in a fully controlled environment. In that ideal setting, variables such as friction, gravity, or wear would not exist. The animations are designed to explore harmony and perpetual motion. Patricia Piccinini is an Australian artist known for her hyper-realistic sculptures. Her works combine human and animal traits, creating creatures that evoke tenderness and unease. She uses materials such as silicone, resin, fiberglass, and human hair to achieve realistic textures. Her work explores themes such as biotechnology, empathy, and scientific ethics. Bartitsu was created in England in the late 19th century by Edward Barton Wright as an urban martial art. It combines techniques from boxing, wrestling, Japanese jiu-jitsu, savate, and cane fencing. Its focus was self-defense for gentlemen, especially in street contexts. Although it did not formally use umbrellas, some modern practitioners adapt them as substitutes for the cane.
Recorded in Antioquia, Colombia, this is the La Casa en el Aire Hotel, located in Avejoral. It is a cabin suspended on a mountainside, accessible by hanging bridges, ladders, and a zipline. Its lodging is camp-style, without conventional private rooms. It can accommodate up to 10 people in certain arrangements. The cost per night is around $50 per person, depending on the season. The place is known for its panoramic views and extreme experience.
The foaming fountain is an experiment known as elephant toothpaste. It is performed using 20-volume hydrogen peroxide, also known as hydrogen peroxide solution. It is mixed with dry yeast activated in warm water that contains the enzyme catalase. This enzyme breaks down the peroxide into water and oxygen. Dish soap traps the oxygen and forms abundant foam. Strata Launch Systems Corporation is a United States aerospace company founded by Paul Allen. Its main project was a twin fuselage aircraft designed to launch rockets from high altitude. The system included a mounting point beneath the central wing to carry and release rockets in flight. The aircraft completed its first flight in April of 2019, after Allen's death in 2018. The Cantong River in Hangzhou, China, is famous for its tidal bore, a wave that travels upstream against the current. This phenomenon occurs due to tidal oscillations from the East China Sea. The wave can reach up to about 29.5 feet in height and move at approximately 24.9 miles per hour. It is one of the most powerful tidal bores in the world. Locally, it is known as the Silver Dragon. Observing it has a tradition of more than 2,000 years. The height of the border wall between Mexico and the United States varies by region, and in Tijuana it can reach up to approximately 29 feet and 6 inches. In 2019, artists installed pink seesaws passing through the wall as part of a symbolic intervention. The work was created by Ronald Rail and Virginia Sanfratello to highlight the connection between divided communities. The seesaws were active for only a few minutes. The Jetfoil 929.9 is a hydrofoil powered by water jets driven by gas turbines. It was originally developed by Boeing Marine Systems in the United States during the 1970s. Later, the Japanese company Kawasaki Heavy Industries received the license to produce it. These vessels are known for their speed and stability on the water. In some urban bodies of water, groups of ducks have been observed swimming in circles. This behavior still lacks a definitive explanation. One hypothesis suggests they do it to stay warm through group movement. Another indicates they take advantage of the whirlpools created, which concentrate insects and suspended organic matter. This pattern could also serve social or coordination functions. This animatronic figure of Abraham Lincoln was created by Garner Holt Productions in California. It is not a traditional puppet, but a mechanized bust with more than 40 facial movements. Its design allows it to simulate human expressions with notable realism. It is used in museums and exhibitions to represent historical figures. The company is recognized for its work in theme parks and educational spaces. Mount Roraima is located on the border between Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. It's a geological formation known as a tepuy, with a flat summit and vertical walls.
Its origin dates back to the Precambrian, the earliest stage in Earth's history. This era began about 4,600,000,000 years ago. The rocks of Roraima are among the oldest exposed on Earth's surface. The site is part of Canaima National Park in Venezuela. Some aquatic snails have semi-transparent bodies that allow certain internal processes to be observed. In specific species and under good lighting, it is possible to see how food moves inside their bodies. The digestive process begins in the radula, a structure with small tooth-like elements that scrape food. The food then passes through the esophagus and continues into the digestive system. This video was recorded in Russia and shows an example of alluvial gold, meaning gold particles that have been carried by rivers from their original source. These sediments accumulate in placer deposits, which are not rivers themselves, but areas where water flow deposits valuable minerals. Gold does not emerge directly from rocks, but is released by erosion and transported by water. In regions such as Siberia, this type of mining is common. Amateur prospectors have found small amounts of gold using simple techniques.
Recorded in Queensland, Australia. This is the Victoria's riflebird, also known as a riflebird. Male riflebirds sing and perform wing displays during courtship. The males have black plumage with a purple or blue sheen. The females are brown. These birds measure around 9 inches and are native to Australia.
The Nullarbor Plain is located in southern Australia, along the Great Australian Bight. It is an arid and extensive region, formed by limestone rock that stretches for about 746 miles. Temperatures can exceed 104 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and drop significantly at night. Although the area is mostly flat, there are coastal cliffs, such as the Bunda Cliffs. These were formed by marine erosion over millennia.
This is an incredibly fast duck. It may run at about 18.6 miles per hour, although it likely cannot maintain that speed for long. It not only propels itself with its wings, but also by paddling against the surface of the water.
Soil liquefaction occurs when saturated ground loses its firmness and behaves like a heavy liquid. This phenomenon usually occurs due to intense vibrations, such as those from an earthquake. The soil must be wet, sandy, and loosely compacted. Humans have left nearly 220 short tons of trash on the moon, including 70 spacecraft, dozens of backpacks, about 96 bags containing urine and vomit, old boots, and machine parts. It seems that we dirty any place we reach. Along the coasts of Alaska, it is possible to observe snow falling directly onto the sea during winter. This phenomenon occurs when temperatures allow the water to remain liquid while snow falls. The Codex Serafinianus is an illustrated book created by the Italian artist Luigi Serafini between 1976 and 1978, and first published in 1981. The work presents an imaginary world full of surreal drawings that combine science, nature, and fantasy. It is written in an invented language that imitates real systems but has no meaning. Although you might think this photograph has nothing special about it, photographer Alan McFarlane invested more than 4,200 hours in it. It took 6 long years in which he shot more than 720,000 photographs. The idea was to capture the exact moment when the kingfisher touches the water to catch its prey. He failed many times until he finally succeeded. Out of all the photographs, this one was the perfect one. Due to the difficulty of capturing this moment, it was awarded several prizes. During some solar eclipses, it is possible to film the phenomenon from an airplane in mid-flight. This perspective allows the eclipse to be observed more clearly, as there is less atmospheric interference at high altitude. In 2019, passengers on a flight between Buenos Aires and San Juan captured impressive images of the total eclipse. Also in 2017, Alaska Airlines adjusted its routes so travelers could view the event from the air. A powerful subwoofer can generate low-frequency sound waves capable of moving light objects. The effect depends on the intensity of the sound and the proximity of the object. It is not levitation, but physical displacement caused by vibration. Disc brakes can reach very high temperatures during intense use, such as long downhill descents or sporty driving. Under extreme conditions, they can glow red hot, indicating overheating. This excessive heat can cause loss of effectiveness, disc warping, and accelerated pad wear. Modern systems are designed to withstand high temperatures without catastrophic failure. However, if limits are exceeded, serious damage can occur. These Coghlan's brand waterproof matches are designed for outdoor activities, such as fishing or hiking. They are resistant to moisture and can be ignited even after getting wet.
Their online price usually hovers around $8.
This is a zombie-style puppet, similar to those used in special effects. Prices vary widely depending on the level of detail and the manufacturer. Some reach $150.
Pupils are black openings at the center of the iris that dilate or contract depending on light. This movement is controlled by two muscles, the pupillary sphincter, which closes it, and the pupillary dilator, which opens it. Pupils respond involuntarily, regulated by the autonomic nervous system. In addition to light, factors such as fear or neurological diseases can alter their size. Meet Stephen J. Russell, one of the greatest con artists in history. He escaped from prison up to 4 times using all kinds of tricks. He posed as a security guard, pretended to have illnesses, impersonated a lawyer, and even claimed to be an FBI agent. He is currently serving a sentence of 144 years in prison for fraud. To prevent him from escaping again, he is only allowed out of his cell for 1 hour a day to bathe and exercise.
This is the oldest lake in the world. Its name is Baikal, and it is located in a remote area of Russia. It formed more than 25 million years ago. Not only is it the oldest lake, it also contains 20% of the planet's fresh water. 1/5 of all the fresh water in the world is found in this lake. It is truly gigantic. It is also considered a sacred lake. Ceremonies and rituals are held near its shores.
In China, aquaculture farms are common in coastal and river regions. Mollusks such as oysters, clams, and scallops are cultivated on floating or submerged structures. Part of the process includes collecting and air-drying shells outdoors.
The video was recorded in Shurkurgan, near Konibadom, Tajikistan. After a severe flood, the current dragged mud and collapsed dozens of graves in the local cemetery. The loose, saturated ground caused many burial sites to become exposed. Some users on social media interpreted it as the awakening of zombies.
The Eiffel Tower was built in Paris in 1889 for the World's Fair. It reached a height of approximately 1,063 feet, including antennas, and was the tallest structure in the world for 41 years. Before its construction, more than 100 different designs were proposed, some of them very extravagant. Its final wrought iron design was revolutionary for its time. Although much taller structures exist today, it was an engineering marvel in its era.
The goblin shark is a rare species that inhabits deep waters between approximately 328 and 3,937 feet. Its most distinctive feature is a protrusible jaw that extends forward to capture prey. This mechanism activates during the attack. Although specimens of up to about 19 feet and 8 inches have been recorded, the usual length is between approximately 9 and 13 feet. Due to its habitat, it is rarely seen near the surface. Its behavior remains poorly understood by science.
The praying mantis can reach between approximately 1.5 inches and nearly 3 inches in length, depending on the species. Its head can rotate up to 180 degrees, allowing it to monitor its surroundings with precision. The front legs are folded and have spines to grasp prey. This insect is known for its prayer-like posture and its speed when hunting.
The eye of a hurricane is the calmest area within its structure, surrounded by the eye wall where the strongest winds are concentrated. During Hurricane Florence in 2018, meteorological reconnaissance flights were conducted to study its behavior. This type of aircraft is designed to fly through storms and collect key data, such as pressure, temperature, and wind speed.
The wolf spider belongs to the family Lycosidae and is known for carrying its young on its back after they are born. They are native to North America, although they are also found in other parts of the world. Their bite does not pose a serious danger to humans. It may cause mild pain, redness, or itching, similar to a bee sting. Only in rare cases do allergic reactions occur. They are active hunters and do not build webs to catch their prey. The autonomous Case IH tractor was developed by the United States company CNH Industrial. This agricultural vehicle has no cab and operates in a fully automated manner. Its system allows remote control and monitoring through technologies such as GPS, sensors, and cameras. It is designed to increase productive hours, even during the night. It also reduces the need for human operators in the field.
This is what a hurricane looks like on Saturn. This phenomenon was captured at the planet's North Pole, according to scientists. The storm had winds of more than approximately 335 miles per hour, and an eye 20 times larger than that of any hurricane seen on Earth.
The Potomsky crater is located in the forest of Siberia, Russia, and has a conical shape composed of limestone blocks. It's estimated to have formed between 250 and 350 years ago. For a long time, it was thought to have been caused by a meteorite impact, but no extraterrestrial remnants were ever found in the area. Recent studies suggest its origin is related to underground geological movements. Its structure remains the subject of scientific investigation, and is one of the most mysterious natural formations in the region.
The Antikythera mechanism is an ancient analog computer created by Greek scientists between 150 and 100 years before Christ. It was found in a shipwreck near the island of Antikythera and designed to predict astronomical events such as eclipses and lunar phases. The artifact contains more than 30 bronze gears that modeled solar, lunar, and planetary cycles. It also included a 4-year calendar that marked the Olympic Games. Its complexity demonstrates advanced mathematical and astronomical knowledge for its time.
The horseshoe crab is a blue-blooded animal that inhabits coastal areas and river estuaries. It is considered a living fossil. It has lived on our planet for more than 400 million years. Its blood is very valuable to the pharmaceutical industry because it can detect bacterial toxins at extremely low concentrations. 1 gallon of it has a value close to $60,000. It is one of the most expensive liquids in the world.
A projection keyboard uses laser technology to display a virtual keyboard on a flat surface. A sensor detects finger movements when the user taps the projected keys. This innovation allows typing without the need for a physical keyboard. It is ideal for mobile devices due to its compact size and portability. Although practical, it can present limitations in accuracy and typing speed.
In the video game Halo Infinite, some alien creature sounds were recorded by a dog named Gyoza. This pug belongs to the technical art director at the Studio 343 Industries. His growls, panting, and snorting were processed to create unique vocal effects. Gyoza's participation was confirmed by the development team.
The Hoverglide floating backpack is an innovation developed by Lightning Packs that uses a system of pulleys and elastic bands to allow the load to move vertically while walking or running, reducing the natural bounce of the body in motion. This design can reduce the force on the back and knees by up to 86%, making it ideal for hikers, runners, and people who carry weight over long distances. The sensation when using it is as if the backpack were floating behind the user, providing greater comfort and efficiency.
The rolling shutter effect occurs when a digital camera captures an image line by line instead of all at once. This can cause distortions in rapidly moving objects, such as a vibrating plastic ruler. In such cases, the ruler appears to bend or behave as if it were made of rubber.
In India, freight trains operate with double-stacked containers. This method improves the efficiency of rail transport. It is used especially in electrified corridors with elevated catenaries.
Diffraction glasses transform lights into visual patterns, such as flares or shapes. Some models include laser-etched forms, such as hearts, which become visible when looking at light sources.
This is an ice window formed after a severe frost. The phenomenon occurs when water vapor freezes upon contacting cold surfaces. Car windows exposed outdoors are especially vulnerable in winter. This type of formation is common in areas with below freezing temperatures.
A freshwater crustacean, such as a crab or a crayfish, can be trapped in submerged ocean cavities. In some cases, specimens have been observed inside fish skulls, possibly seeking shelter.
This video shows a floating bridge in China, where vehicles generate waves in the water as they move forward. Unlike elevated bridges, this type of structure rests directly on the surface of the river. These bridges allow cars to cross bodies of water without the need for fixed pillars.
The so-called lichen grasshopper inhabits tropical forests of Central and South America. It is commonly observed in Costa Rica, where its camouflage mimics the lichen that grows on trees. This adaptation allows it to go unnoticed among the vegetation. Thanks to its mimicry, it avoids detection by birds, bats, monkeys, and other predators. This recording in Xanten, Germany, shows a reenactment of Roman soldier training. What is observed is a century, a unit that in theory had 100 men, although usually there were 80. The formation shown is the testudo, or tortoise, used in sieges to protect against projectiles. The soldiers overlap their shields above and in front, forming a defensive cover.
Probably recorded in London, England, this is an advertisement for the BBC series Dracula, released in 2020. The campaign was created by BBC Creative and installed in cities such as London and Birmingham. During the day, the billboard showed stakes driven into a white surface. At nightfall, the lighting projected the silhouette of Count Dracula.
An egg with 4 yolks is very rare and usually occurs in young hens with hormonal imbalances. This is due to multiple ovulations before the reproductive system stabilizes. Eggs with multiple yolks tend to weigh more than normal ones. It is possible to detect them using intense light or X-rays, techniques commonly used in the poultry industry. This could be considered the microwave of refrigerators due to its speed. It is Chillit, a machine that cools beverages in less than 30 seconds. The system uses controlled thermal transfer without chemicals or gases. It is a notable innovation in instant refrigeration.
If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe so you don't miss more interesting content. Leave your comments and click on any of these videos. See you next time.